Hello, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your October 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Gemini. I know I've been away. I know you have missed me. If you would like to stay up to date, make sure you check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description box. I send you a reading every Sunday. They are wonderful and amazing. Highly recommend. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Let's have a good time today. Let's see what October has in store. I'm going to lay this out and then we will get started. All right, let's start with your oracle cards. First thing coming up for you is it's all medicine. So if you start to look at the experiences or challenges that have been in front of you or whatever you've been going through as either an opportunity to learn, grow, or integrate something you've been wanting to do, we all know this. The pain points are where all of the wisdom comes from. Not all of it, but you get the idea. What you struggle with, what you have to practice at more and more and more is where your skills and your toolbox is going to be the biggest and the most jam-packed with all of the things that you've had to do in order to navigate whatever circumstances you have in front of you. In the same breath, allowing things to be easy, allowing good things in, letting it just be good is also medicine. It's all medicine. Let it be medicine. Let it be easy. Let it. And then we have originality, blaze your own trail, do it your way. This is something where there's room for innovation. You don't need to subscribe to the ways that it's already been done. It can be something that you do your way. And then we have experience, acknowledge what it took, be patient with new endeavors. Some paths need time to unfold. It doesn't matter what time you arrive to the party, the future is waiting and you're ready now. That last statement always packs a punch with me. So this is pointing to the same thing, right? If you've been in a process of holding, or you feel like you've been in hibernation mode, or if things have been really still for you, that's okay. Sometimes that's what's needed. So don't compare your process to anyone else's. Now, the central energy for the month is the Five of Swords. Love the energy of the Five of Swords because it's the end of the battle, the end of the struggle, the end of the turbulence. And so it's funny because I've seen that with other signs as well. Let's check the crossing energy. We have the Six of Wands, victory, achievement, success. And this is probably why I was talking about letting good things in, letting it be easy, letting yourself have the success, like moving forward with that expectation, with that intention. And it's a delicate balance between holding the desire, holding what you want, trusting that fully, acting like that's the only option, and also not having a death grip on the outcome to the point where any minor detour or any little fleck of turbulence makes you fall apart, right? So it's balancing the being gentle with your focus on the outcome, but also claiming the desire fiercely. And that's what I'm seeing here. So the idea of hardship being necessary, we all seem to have programs around that, or at least a lot of us do, because we were taught that early. So it's like that is what's falling apart. If it got to be easy, if you got to be successful, if you got the thing, how would you act, think, feel, behave knowing that? That's the name of the game. What you have shifting out is the Seven of Swords. So I think there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, because you can see here, you have, this looks kind of like a sail or a curtain or whatever is attached to this. It's concealing the swords behind it. And so what I'm getting from this card is it really has to do with all of the stuff that's been going on in the background is now coming to a resolution, or things are starting to wrap up And that's where you have like the end of the battle, the end of the struggle. That's what's being resolved here. So expect things to get easier, but remember, you also have the option of making things more difficult than necessary. We always have that choice, so just be aware of that blind spot, because that's a lot of the conditioning and programming we have to work out. And I go back to the originality card because this is highlighting you get to do it your way through and through. You set the rules. The oncoming energy is the Hermit. Okay, so finding and sourcing your own light, your own conviction, your own trust, sourcing all of that yourself. So the Hermit is the internal world and experience, and I'm getting that that's where you're going next. A lot of this is looking external. External struggle, external stuff that, you know, you were seeing this, but really there were all these other things that were happening behind the scenes. But a lot of it was happening outside of you. Because there are things that have to rearrange in the 3D, right? There's things that have to click into place. And so the Hermit is taking you back to the internal experience, which is where we want to go often. But I'm getting that, you know, what you have coming up is periods of stillness, calmness, and just letting yourself go internal. Now, the outward manifestation is the Eight of Cups, changing the mind, changing your perception and your beliefs. Let me clarify this. Temperance. Holding both, right? Holding the fear, holding the trust, holding what feels best, right, and true for you, and also acknowledging the wounds. It's a lot of balancing, and I talk a lot about overcorrection when it comes to the emotions that you're feeling and what you're experiencing. And so you want to be aware of overcorrection, because that's not always the right move, because that can kind of turn into bypassing, slapping a Band-Aid over it. And that's not always right, you know, but giving yourself some options for what will feel best. When I present myself with this thought, do I feel like crap? Okay, don't move forward with that. But you can also choose things that are a little bit more neutral or moderate to help you kind of create a lily pad just to change your thinking, right? Because disappointment, thinking, and beliefs will keep you acting as if that's what's going to happen. And so you really want to go into balancing, honoring the wounds, and also choosing what's right for you. In the subconscious, we have the High Priestess. Go to your intuition. This is what the Hermit is all about as well. Focusing on what's happening inside, what's happening in the heart, inside your quiet stillness, your cave, so to speak. The High Priestess is really encouraging you to listen to your intuition and that part of your guidance. Not the mental body of, oh, this is what I think I should do, so I'm going to do that. Stay away from the shoulds. Tap into the intuitive space of what feels right. What is my soul begging me to do and saying, you know, nudging me forward. That's the space you want to come from. Now, the advice, I broke up the Celtic cross just so it would all fit on the table. So this is the advice card. We have the Fool. Do things in a new way. This ultimately is the answer every time we have something that we want, right? This Six of Wands. You want this? Okay. You have to act from that space. You have to kind of jump off the cliff first. You can't hold on to every fragment of who and how you were previously and expect a different result. You're going to come up empty-handed with that strategy. So the faster you can shift out of that, the better off you're going to be. This is a good month to take some risks. It's a good month to push yourself. I'm getting that with the Fool, it's like, okay, try that new thing, see what happens. Take a stab at it. Jump. That's what this energy is really expecting you to do and guiding you to do, because the old stuff won't get you here. which is why you have the internal experience is what's oncoming, so that you can really solidify those patterns and those experiences, that part of your identity, those archetypes that are going to help you. Now, let's see. This is the external influences. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Lots of busyness. The main thing with the Seven of Pentacles is it's about casting a wide net. So maybe you have a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of different projects or people or stuff that's coming up in your space. It looks very busy. This is also why I'm getting that the Hermit is oncoming, because if you're in the middle of the Seven of Pentacles energy and needing to scatter your energy, you're going to have to cultivate more of that independently, getting your energy back, self-sourcing your energy again, doing all of that again and again and again and again as you go through this, because you can't just be on scattered energy mode 24/7. So this is definitely going to be temporary, but I think there's a lot of things coming into your space that are asking you to check in with how much energy you want to give it. This looks good because there's going to be a lot of opportunity that comes through in October, which you can ultimately decide, is this right for me or is this not? Who is this version of myself that gets the success that they crave, you know, while trusting your intuition? If something doesn't feel right, definitely honor that. Hopes and fears. We have Ten of Swords, pretty standard fear to have. And this is all about things falling through. This is all about, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if? It's all of the places where your ego, your pain body is going to guide you to prevent you from jumping. These two things are kind of at odds with each other. Okay, the Fool is saying you need that childlike naivete in order to leap into the next experience without the expectation of something going wrong. The Ten of Swords is the fear trying to keep you complacent and saying, you know what, don't take the risk, don't make the move because it's going to end badly. Now, this is always an illusion, right? You can... Sure, for all intents and purposes, we can say you can fail at something, but in reality, we can look at it as it's medicine, it's wisdom, it's you doing it your way, it's you gaining experience. And so you don't really need to fear this as much as you do. I understand we're human and we do fear the Ten of Swords, but this really is not the worst thing that could happen when you really, really break it down. So there's an element of you needing to neutralize the worst case and trust that if your intuition is compelling you, if you're working on stepping into this new level, any of that stuff, you're not going to be guided wrong. Usually what we conjure up in the mind is far greater than what happens in reality. And then the outcome of the month. Three of Pentacles. I think you just have your work cut out for you by the end of the month. I think there's a lot of integrating that needs to be done. That's why you have the Hermit sitting over here. I'm going to clarify the Three of Pentacles just to kind of see what else is coming through here. The Sun. Have fun with it. Let it be fun. Let it be an enjoyable experience as much as you possibly can. The idea that all of these internal processes that you're going through are of service. It's always serving you. It's always in your interest. It's always in your favor. Let the work be fun. Let stepping into the next level version of yourself, let it be fun. Let it be enjoyable. Now, we're going to do a 3-card pick. So you're welcome to ask a question, ask for guidance, clarity, support, whatever you need. If you need more time, pause the video. Card number 1, we have the Two of Wands. Look at the big picture. The thing that's standing out to me is the globe over here. So there's a need for you to think about the big, big, big picture. Don't zoom in on micro situations. Whatever the case may be, you really need to zoom out. And if you don't, you're going to get lost in the details. You're going to get lost in analysis, and it's going to kind of taint the decision that your soul wants to make. So I say this often, the soul already knows, it's already in charge, or we can get in the way of it being in charge, but it ultimately wants to be in the driver's seat because it knows what it's doing. So you need to zoom out in order to get to that bird's eye view and be able to tap into the High Priestess, which is going to help you tap into your intuition. Okay, card number 2. Six of Wands, same card that we have here. This is victory, success, big fat yes, like to keep moving forward. I'm also getting the additional message here is to not fixate on, is this going to look exactly how I want it to look, or is my pursuit of this thing going to result in the direct effect of the action that I'm taking? Don't look at it like that. Sometimes just the process of pursuing the thing and moving forward in that direction, even if there's a detour, it can be even better than what you imagine. So you, again, relax around the outcome, but trust the process isn't steering you wrong. That's the sweet spot. And so the Six of Wands is just reminding you, yes, you're getting there. Yes, trust that, and relax at the same time. And then at card number 3, we have the Two of Pentacles. Slow down with your decision making. Slow down. There's no rush. You don't need to force anything or try insanely hard. I'm getting that you need more time, more data, more information in order to make the right decision for yourself. So slow way down, whatever the case may be. If you're rushing things or feeling like you're in a hurry, you need to take your foot off the gas pedal and get clarity first. Tap into your quiet space, your intuition, get more information, ask more questions, ask for clarity. Then you'll be in a good place to make a decision. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everybody. If you would like to know which decks I use, they are listed in the description box. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing. Take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you leave a comment and a thumbs up if you feel called to. And sign up for my newsletter. Check me out on other social media platforms. And until next time, have a beautiful October, everybody, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.